everyone, it's Imogen and welcome back to Colouring Kid. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video I'm going to be sharing my completed pages for the month of October and what I hope to colour in November. So I only managed to complete 2 pictures this month, which I think tells me that I've been focusing on college, which is good. But also I have a few whips to share with you as well and some new things. And lots of the whips are things that I hope to continue in November and finish. And then there are a couple of other books that I've picked out that I am hoping to work in. So even though I didn't get many pages done, I still feel like I managed to get quite a lot of colouring time in. I was definitely taking my time a lot more with pictures, and I think that has shown because I haven't completed many, but I've still really enjoyed it. And I think it is more important to just enjoy the process and not worry too much about the amount of pictures that I complete. But I hope you enjoy seeing the whips as well. So I'm going to start with my completed pages. The first one is from the Erie postcards. Now, there was a video that I put up sharing some things from Chill and Sarah, and this was one of them. And since these ones have come out, I believe Erie's come out with another postcard collection, which I would really like to get at some point. And I think there are 32 different postcards. This one has 16 postcards and you get 2 of each, which is great, you know, if you want to do them again or give away some of them to somebody. And I decided to go with the first postcard. Now I've put them in this binder. Now you may recognise this because it's very similar to another one that I have, which is used for my I Believe in Fairies postcards, but it is a different size. So this is perfect, this size, which is 4 by 6 inches, I believe. This is perfect for any like Japanese postcards, any that are this sort of size, and there are quite a few that come in this type of format. And so, you know, your Waltzes for the Seasons postcards by Kanoko Agusa, they'd be a perfect fit as well. And the Mickey Tacky ones, which I also got. So this is the 4 by 6, this is the 5 by 7. So the 5 by 7 are really good for the Clara postcards, and to be honest, the Clara postcards are quite an unusual size anyway. You don't get many postcards that are that size, so I'm just glad that they fit this perfectly. But yeah, this is the folder. So as you can see, I took some photocopies of the front pages and stuck them on, so I am going to be putting my Mickey Tacky postcards and my Erie ones in here. And this was the one that I completed. So I can't remember if I had this as a whip last month or not. I think I did, because I remember sharing the cloud background and things, but I ended up finishing it, and this was with Black Widow pencils. I do have a few of the colour combinations written down to share with you when I next do one of those videos, but there aren't many colours really that I use. Yeah, there aren't many colours that I think I'll really need for future projects anyway, because a lot of the colour combinations are similar to what I've done before. But I was really pleased with her outfit, and I made this sort of look like Anne of Green Gables. I think I mentioned that. So I tried to keep her outfit as representative to what it was in the version that I used to watch when I was younger. We had it on video, we had a videotape, and it was the original, and I can't remember when it was, but it was a while ago. I know since then they've done lots of remakes and like Anne with an E and stuff, but the original Anne of Green Gables that I used to watch is the one that I love, and that's what I have taken inspiration from. So her clothes are fairly representative, and then you see, tried to make their house look like Green Gables. It wasn't an exact representation. I don't know if Erie wanted to make it look like Anne of Green Gables when she was drawing it, but that's what I took it as. And I mentioned, I think when I shared this as a whip, that the background was inspired by Olivia Odorant. So I saw a video, like a reel on her Instagram, where she was sharing this acrylic paint background she'd done. And I thought it was a really cool idea to add the clouds in that way. And I decided to do it with gouache. And I did it in sort of a different way to how she did it, because I did it with a pencil layer and then the gouache over it. But sort of similar effect. And I'm really pleased with it. Something a bit different rather than just trying to create the effect with pencils. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then once I'd coloured Anne and Green Gables, I took the colours that I'd already used and just tried to put them everywhere else. I didn't want to add too many colours into this. And yeah, so I'm pleased with this one. And I didn't put any glitter on it, but I did put white gel pen and acrylic paint pen. I just felt like it didn't need glitter, but yeah, I'm really pleased with that one. So I've got that in here at the moment. I've decided to just put my completed postcards in because I don't want to just rip them all out of the book and put them in. I'll take them out when I colour them. And then in the back I've also got, I don't know if you remember these, the Animal Compendium Marja Safstrom postcards, because they fit really well in here as well. And you know, I may just decide to do one at some point maybe. So yeah, that is that one. And then the other completed page I have is from the I Believe in Fairies postcard. So I didn't actually complete a Rita Berman page, but I do have a few whips. So the picture I completed, or the postcard I completed, I guess you could say, was this one. So this postcard was one that I had as a whip last month, and I think when I shared it with you I'd just done the background, and I don't think I'd started anything else actually. Oh, I'd started her hair, and I finally came back to it and I was like, you know what, I really want to finish this in time for Halloween, because I haven't done any proper Halloween pictures. I usually try and get to one, but I didn't end up getting to one, you know, with like pumpkins or bats or anything in it, which was unfortunate. But this I still counted as a Halloween picture because it had a witch in it. So yeah, I feel like I've still sort of ticked off my Halloween colouring for this year, although this is more of a sort of summery autumn background, because I don't want all of the autumnal ones to just end up having really dark backgrounds. I didn't have, so this one from last year, which I was really pleased with, the background obviously isn't a dark blue, but this one was, and I didn't want to just keep doing the same thing, so I tried to come up with something different. And you may be surprised, but I used Arteza for the whole thing for this picture. So usually I don't like using Artezas if I'm trying to get pastel colours, because they don't have that many colours, and I was really surprised for the background that I actually managed to get the outcome that I wanted with the colours, because I did have to layer it and make them lighter and use greys to dull the colours a bit, but in the end I was really pleased with it. Some of the things, obviously the Artezas were really good for, like the dark red, and yeah, quite happy with it. So the glitter was really fun to do. Now I got a couple of new paints which I will be sharing in a haul, but they are from Archie's Paints, and they are really unusual because their colours, so these are the two I got. This one's Karina and that's Alara, I think, and they're coloured paint, so they're blue and pink, but then they've got gold shimmer. So if you water them down loads, you then end up with the lovely gold glitter, sort of like the Stardust but with gold. So I'm not sure if you can see, but on the bottle there I watered down the Alara one, I believe, and there's loads of gold sparkle. Same thing for the wings. I used the Stardust paint from the Art Spirits and then put Alara on top, so it meant that it was gold. And yeah, I just was really chuffed with the glitter. I love those paints. And Kaylee, the owner, was also very kind and sent me some samples as well. So I used this one, which was Mermaid Tail, I think, and they're just beautiful. And I always love using the Art Spirits paint for wings, because the glitter is just amazing. But it was fun adding a bit of gold as well. So I didn't add glitter in too many places just because I didn't feel like it needed it, but I did add a bit of the gold to the pom-poms, which I thought was quite cool as well. But yeah, I was sort of setting myself the challenge, I guess, of just using those colours. I did use a couple of Erasure tints to blend things, but apart from that it was just Arteza, and I was happy that I managed to stick to that, because it's not often that I just use one set, especially if it's one where I don't feel like the colour range in it I like, it's just not my favourite. I feel like they could have a couple of lighter tones in there. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. So that was a fun one, and I do feel like it goes well with this, and because I keep my postcards in the order that I colour them in, it's quite nice having pairs of postcards that go quite well together. So these ones go really well together to me, and so do these. So without even trying, I guess, I've ended up with a similar palette for both. So yeah, that's that one. So they're my completed pages. So even though they were postcards, they still took me quite a while to do. And I do have a few whips to share with you. I think I have, oh gosh, I have 5 whips and then a few other things that I would like to hopefully work on. Now, a couple of them are going to be quite long-standing whips, I think. The first one is this one. So what I'm planning on doing, and we'll see if I end up doing it, is doing this for my mum and dad for Christmas. Now, it's an autumnal picture, but I think it would go quite well with the colours we have in our house. And this is from Rita Berman's Die Welt unter der Lupe Zulande. So what I've done is I have scanned it onto this moleskin paper, which I really, really like. And I hope that's okay. I mean, I'm not selling it or anything. I'm just using it for my own personal stuff. But yeah, what I've decided to do is, for the most part, just use fine liners and make it look like an art print if I can. So I'm using black Posca and black fine liner to black it all out, and then I'm going to stick with autumnal colours, and then I'll cut it out and mount it on some card or something. But yeah, I mean, there's not much to it at the moment, but I love rifle paper and those, you know, beautiful prints, and I just think that just stripping back and just doing block colour could actually look quite effective for that purpose. And so I'll see how it goes. There may be a few bits where I'm like, I'll add a bit of shading in, especially maybe for the bird and the hedgehog. I'm thinking of doing the bird or robin probably. But it was just something that I decided to do, and you probably know if you've been watching my videos for a while, sometimes I start things and I don't finish them. So this may be one of those things, but now I'm sticking with it and I'm excited to see where it goes, but we'll see. But that's that one. Then I have a postcard, and I don't think she'll be watching, so it's fine. There's a postcard that I am doing for Rita, Rita Berman, that I'm going to send to her, probably closer to Christmas, although I'll definitely make sure to send it earlier than I did last year because it ended up arriving really late. But she very, very kindly sent me her new Meine Reise durch Asian postcards, and I also bought some for myself because the ones that she sends me I'm keeping pristine until I actually want to work from them properly. So this was the one that she sent me, which was so kind of her, and I was not expecting it at all, and they're beautiful. And then the reason I always get a second copy is because when people come around and they want to colour something, or when my mum's colouring with me, people like to work with the postcards, and so I always like to have a second one so that I can do that. And I also wanted my own so that I could send her one. So this one I will be like letting other people colour in if they want to, and then take them home. And yeah, it's just, they're so beautiful. So this was the one that I decided to do. So all I've done at the moment is do a watercolour base. Now last year when I did one for Rita, I did the moose with the robin, and I did the exact same thing. And at that time I'd been sent these Magic Fly watercolour pencils, and I hardly ever used them, but I thought, well, seeing as I did that last time and worked quite well, I thought I'd use them again. Oh, flicking pencils everywhere. So yeah, I've used about 10 of these to just get the base down, and it's quite effective at, you know, doing it quite quickly. But then I'm going to go in with pencil as well, and I'm quite happy with the palette. So the background, I'm not sure if you can see, but it has ended up with quite a cool effect because of the pencils, sort of this grainy effect, which I quite like. But I am going to be going over it and probably making it quite a deep red colour. And yeah, I mean I've got the base of the colour down, so I know where I'm sort of going with it. I definitely want to make these smoky bits very glittery, and I'm excited to send it to her. So if I remember, I'll take a picture to share, hopefully if I complete it by next month. I'm probably going to need to iron it as well, because I've put loads of books on top of it to try and flatten out, but it's still a bit wonky. But yeah, I will do that before I start working on it again, I think. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it, and I love this design, and yeah, excited to finish it. So that's that one. And I just love like giving things for people, especially as well when they're postcards, and they still take a fairly long time to complete, but not quite as long as if, you know, if it was a whole picture. And obviously postcards are good because you don't have to worry about ripping something out of a book. It's just a postcard, which I think is great. So then I have a whip from Fairy Touch and Magic, which I'm pretty sure I shared last month and I haven't done anything since. And this is by Clara Markova, of course. Yeah, I can't remember if I've done anything since then, but I just haven't come back to it because I've been working on the other stuff, and it's quite a detailed page, so I've got the colours set aside still, but I just haven't worked on it anymore. So I've done all of the brown and grey and bits that I think I will need to do. I just need to get past like doing this house, and now I'm worried because I haven't written down what I've used, or like the order that I've used them in. I mean, I didn't use many colours, so it should be fairly easy to work out, but I'm just a little bit concerned about that. But I was working on this one to sort of prepare myself for the new book whenever it comes out, because I haven't worked on one of her books for a while and I would really like to complete this page, but we'll see if that happens. Again, it's now been a whip for quite a while, so hopefully I can come back to it. But I'm glad that I got all of the brown done, and I'm excited to continue with it. I think I just need to get the big area done, which is the house. And even though it's more of a Halloween type page, it will definitely still suit being done in November time, if I manage to do it. Because, yeah, you know, there's the witches' hats and things like that, but it's still very autumnal. So, yeah, that is that one. And then I've got two Rita Berman whips. So the first one is one that I'm currently working on, and I hope to finish soon. So this is the page that I would never ever choose as one of my first pages, but I even surprised myself and I'm really enjoying it. So this is from Mein Herbst-Spaziergang, and this is by Rita Berman. So I never really gravitate towards doing pattern pages, so when I decided to do this one I was very surprised. But this is what I have started working on, and I thought it would be perfect for the autumn season. Even if I don't finish it in time for Halloween, it's good for November as well. And so what I've done is just done the background on the parts where I've started colouring these, like, don't know what you want to call them, like pinwheel things, I don't know. But I started with these ones, and what I've done is used some fine liner, some pencil, and I'm using Luminance and Iriditan. I've got them in this lovely mug. And yeah, I've got quite a lot of fine liners and things. It's working really well, and I've also got a few Kohinoor pencils. Just picked a very autumnal colour palette out. I mean, I know the blue isn't, but I'm not going to do too much blue on it. But yeah, really pleased with it. These ones sort of remind me of pumpkins. That's the sort of colour I'm going for, and there's quite a lot of that one, which I'm happy about. But yeah, I'm hoping that I can finish this fairly soon. They do take quite a while, each individual one, surprisingly, but yeah, very much enjoying it. And I'm doing my technique a lot, especially like on these ones where I'll do a base of pencil and then go over for detail with the fine liners. So all of these lines have been added in. So yeah, looking forward to finishing that. And I also, when I was working on it, was thinking how nice this picture would be to colour as well. Probably not in the same colour palette, that's the only thing. I think I would do a different palette, but you never know, I might do. But I don't know, I'm feeling really inspired to get started with Christmas and winter pages, even though it's not really winter yet. But yeah, I'm glad that I've come back to this because I do like this book, and there are some pages that I really want to do, but I've kind of held off doing them. One of my favourites is that one, but I think I might save that. So yeah, got that one. And then my other Rita Berman whip is from Milo Rosa da Europa, and this was a whip that I started this month on a live stream, and I've done a bit more since then. Sorry for the creaking, I don't know what that is. It must be something leaning against, it might be my computer actually, leaning against the wall maybe. But yeah, this one I started very early on in the month. I've done a bit more since the live stream. I didn't get much done in the live stream though, if I'm honest, because I was just really enjoying chatting with everybody. So I think I just got the ducks done, and I'm working on this one, so the canal. I love it. It's just taken me quite a while because sometimes I don't want to work on it if I'm not feeling inspired to, and yesterday was the first time in a while where I actually came back to it and did the background or the sky. I'm really pleased that I did that, because that was like a big tick off the page, because it was just taking quite a while, especially with the white gel pen. My next big thing to tackle, I think, is the bridge, because I just feel like, especially with doing the grey and stuff, it's, well, I'll probably put some brown in there as well, but it's just one of the kind of less interesting things on the page. I'm really excited to get to all of the vines and the trees and things, because I want to do my thing of doing like some pink highlights and then the green, and I just think it would be really fun. And then the houses, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do yet. I also need to do this part. I'm sort of doing it in sections. That was my whole thing with this. It's quite detailed. There's a lot of things going on, so I want to do it section by section. And there are a couple of bits that I've left blank because I don't know, I want to colour them yet, like the curtains here and the flowers on top. So I've just left them because I don't want to keep adding loads of new colours. I want to stick with what I've got. So I've mainly got green, brown, red, and then black, grey. And that's sort of what I've got at the moment. And yeah, really liking it. It's a very different colour palette to what I've done in this book, but I think that's the beauty of this book. There's so many different scenes, and it doesn't really matter, does it? I think it will also work quite well to go with this picture, maybe slightly different colour palette for that one, but it's one of my favourite pages, and I'm so glad that I'm getting to it now, because it reminds me of my grandparents, near where my grandparents used to live. So I'm looking forward to completing that. It will probably take me quite a while, but what I'm really liking now is that this end of the book, I guess, is really filling up now, because I've done this double spread, that page. I need to do that one. Now I'm working on this one, and I've also done my autumnal page from last year. So yeah, this end of the book is very much an autumnal based book, and I'm loving it. And I would really like to do one of these forest ones. Probably not the double spread, because I'm not going to be able to finish that realistically. But this one I really like. I just think it would look so pretty. So yeah, that is the whip I'm working on. And then I have two books that I would quite like to get to if I can. The first one is my Winter Spazzy again by Rita Berman. And as I said, I'm really feeling doing all of the wintry colouring at the moment, and there were two double page spreads that I love in this book, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to them, but I just love them. And they are, if I can find them, this one, German Christmas Market. I love it. It reminds me of the Christmas market that I go to quite a few times in the year in Winchester, and it's just, oh, I love this. I really do. It's very detailed, and I think it would take a while to complete. But maybe that one. I also love this one. This is the other one I really like. And there's a lot of white space with this one, which is the only good thing, because it wouldn't take me quite as long, because a lot of it is snow. But then I just feel like there's a lot of snow. So would I get a bit bored doing it? I don't think I would, but this one's just got a bit of everything, hasn't it? But we'll see. I can't believe I'm really thinking about like Christmas pages, but generally I do. Once Halloween is over, I start thinking about Christmassy pages, because it's one of my favourite times of the year. And I just think, especially if they're double page spreads, I should get a head start if I do want to do one of them. I was thinking about doing this for bonfire night, but I'm not sure I'm going to get that done in time. So the other thing I did want to do was like a page, sort of like a birthday page, because my birthday's coming up, but there are lots of pages in here with presents, but it's very obviously like Christmassy. So I don't know, maybe I will just start one of the Christmassy pages in here instead. I also really like this one, and it's one that I've always wanted to do. So maybe that one, but I might save that for closer to Christmas if I have a chance. But we will see. I will obviously keep you updated with what I'm working on, but I really like those double spreads. And then the other book is the Dobings colouring book. This was the other book that I was very kindly sent from Chill and Sarah. And there are some lovely Christmassy winter pages in here, which would be perfect for coming into the Christmas season. So there is, where is it? So we've got the Nutcracker, I believe. This one, the Snow Queen, I think that one would be really cool. I know there's definitely a couple more. Oh, sorry, no, this is the Nutcracker. The other one was, I can't remember. So this one would be really nice to do. That's a Christmassy one as well. I can't remember what. But yeah, it's beautiful, and they would take quite a while to do, but they're so pretty, and I'm so glad now that I have a bigger reference to look at the pictures from as well. So yeah, that's everything that I'm working on at the moment, things that I've completed and things that I want to work on. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you've enjoyed. As always, these are my favourite videos to film. I love seeing everybody else's completed pages as well, and you know, I do apologise that there isn't a lot for you to see at the moment. I just am very busy at the moment, and I am conscious of the fact that I'm not sharing as many completed things, but I think it is good, and it is an indicator to me that hopefully, you know, I'm doing enough work for college. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you've got any questions, please leave them down below, or feel free to email me. Everything's in the description. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye.